Hello everyone. Today I am back with another video of the English grammar series. And today we are going to learn another grammar topic. But before starting our today's video, I would like to again say that if you want any tutorials for class 11 12th commerce, GSCB, CBSE and ICSE board, BCom, MCom, BBA, MBA and many other courses, then you can feel free to contact us on this number right here. Now let's get into our today's topic. Our today's topic is figures of speech. Figures of speech is an extremely easy and enjoyable topic. There are 26 types of figures of speech. Figures of speech means the types of speaking methods people use. So pay attention to this topic because if someone speaks and you do not understand, then it might create problems. So this will be helpful in your English speaking also. So now we will start with figures of speech. I will teach you the meanings of every figure and also show some examples so you can understand them all well. But there is still one thing. The figures of speech consists of 11 pairs of figures of speech. So that results in ease of remembering them. So 22 figures of speech are in pairs. Now let's see them. The first figure of speech will be here and the second one will be here. So these both figures of speech will be in pair. First is oxymoron. We can divide this word into two parts, oxy and moron. Oxy means opposite and moron means words. It means that oxymoron figure of speech is a sentence in which opposite words are given like open close, near far, etc. So that sentence is oxymoron. Antithesis. Antithesis can be divided into two words, anti and thesis. Anti means opposite and thesis means ideas or thoughts. So it means that opposite ideas or thoughts are given here, like united, divided, then we can say happy, unhappy. So here words are opposite and here ideas are opposite. Now let's see, the next one is simile. Simile means as or like. When comparison is done between two or more persons or things, it is called simile. And its pair is metaphor, implied simile. It is called implied simile because we do actual comparison. Actual comparison means, let's take an example. In simile, there will be he is like a lion. It will be a simile. But in metaphor, he is a lion. So, as we saw, we do comparison between two things or persons is simile. But in metaphor, we just transfer the characteristics. Now let's see the next ones. Pun. Plural plus one. So this word pun is made of plural plus one. One word carrying two meanings. So if there is a sentence like he is a liver, so liver means the person who is living and also the part of the body. So that word carries two meanings. So that is a pun. Tautology. Two words carrying the same meaning. So when two words carry the same meaning, it is called tautology. Like no men are foreign, no countries are strange. Strange and foreign. We can see that. Next one, irony. Irony can be divided into two parts, iron and knee. Iron means positive and knee means negative. It means that positive sentence gives negative meaning. So that a sentence like that, she is the wisest fool. You are so intelligent that wisdom is invisible on this earth. So it means that we are saying positive, but we are still trying to make the sentence sound negative. Then litotes. It can be divided into two parts, li and totes. Li means negative and totes means positive. It is the opposite of irony. Negative sentence gives positive meaning. Like, I am not an ordinary teacher. Not is here. So we can see that not is given here and ordinary is given here. So we are saying that I am an extraordinary teacher. Negative sentence gives positive meaning. It's litos. Now let's see the next one. Epigram. It can be divided into two parts, epi and gram. Epi means surprise and gram means statement. Surprise statement means epigram. So we can say like a thing which is impossible. Child is the father of a man. Art lies in concealing art. So it's not possible, we can say. Then in its pair comes paradox. Para and dox. Truth, ridiculous. Paradox means a truth which is bitter, or we can say it is negative but truth. Alliteration. This is the next pair. Alliteration. All letter. Alliteration means all letter. So when the letters are repeated, it is called alliteration. Like she sells, she sells at the seashore. So S is repeated many times in this sentence. Then comes repetition. When words are repeated. So we can say no stir in the air, no stir in the sea. So stir, in, the and no. Four words are repeated twice. So we can say it is a repetition sentence. Next one's hyperbole. So this can be divided into two parts, hyper and bole. Hyper means exaggeration and bole means a statement. Exaggeration statement, like which is overwhelming or we can say overacted. She wept an ocean of tears. The tea is icy cold. So we are extending it to end, like a tea can't be icy cold. She wept on an ocean of tears. Ocean of tears cannot be wept. So it is, we can say, overacted. In its pair comes euphemism. It can be divided into two parts, eu and fem. Eu means less and fem means painful. It means less painful. So euphemism is a line or a sentence which is less painful. So we can say that it makes the truth less painful. Example is he passed away. After my departure, I shall always be remembered. So, like, if we say sentences in a manner that they wouldn't hurt so much, it is called euphemism. Personalification. When human actions are given to non living things, it is called personalification. Transferred epithet. When human feelings are given to non living things. So, personalification means the roses are smiling. Smiling is a human activity which is given to roses which are non living. Transferred epithet. He shot a cruel arrow. So it means that cruel is a feeling which is given to a arrow. So we can say it is a transferred epithet sentence. Synecdoche. It can be divided into two parts, synec and doc. Synec means part and doc means whole. When body parts are mentioned, when body parts are mentioned in a sentence, it is called a synecdoche sentence. Metonymy. It can be divided into two parts, meta and nomy. Meta means substitute and nomy means name, substitute name. When a substitute word for a thing is mentioned. Climax. When words are arranged in ascending order of importance. Anticlimax. When words are arranged in descending order of importance. Onomatopoeia. Meto and poi. Substitution sound. So it means on substitution of a sound. Internal rhyme, when two words create a similar pronunciation. So these were the figure of speech in pairs. Now comes the figure of speech which are not in pairs. Inversion. In and verse. In means opposite and verse means sentence. So when sentence is jumbled, it is called inversion sentence. Interrogation. Some questions asked by a poet or writer which cannot be answered or do not need to be answered. Exclamation. Expressing a strong feeling. Apostrophe. Expressing a wish. So these were the figure of speech which were left. Now we will continue to the examples of these figures of speech. So hello everyone, welcome back to the next part of the figures of speech. If you haven't checked out the first part, go and check it out first. I will leave the link in the description. So now let's continue with our today's video. So we left till transferred epithet figure of speech in the previous part. We will continue from the next speech. Synecdoche. It can be divided into two parts, synec and doc. Synec means part and doc means whole. When body parts are mentioned, in a sentence, it is called a synecdoche sentence. Metonymy. It can be divided into two parts, meta and nomy. Meta means substitute and nomy means name, substitute name. When a substitute word for a thing is mentioned. Climax. When words are arranged in ascending order of importance. Anticlimax. When words are arranged in descending order of importance. Onomatopoeia. Meto and poi. Substitution sound. So it means on substitution of a sound. Internal rhyme. When two words create a similar pronunciation. So these were the figure of speech in pairs. Now comes the figure of speech which are not in pairs. Inversion. In and verse. In means opposite and verse means sentence. So when sentence is jumbled, it is called inversion sentence. Interrogation. Some questions asked by a poet or writer which cannot be answered or do not need to be answered. Exclamation. Expressing a strong feeling. Apostrophe. Expressing a wish. So these were the figure of speech which were left. Now we will continue to the examples of these figures of. So now let's see the examples. First is oxymoron. Oxy and moron. Oxymoron means opposite words in a sentence. First, his honor rooted in dishonor stood. Honor and dishonor. Second, his faith unfaithful kept him falsely truth. Faith and unfaithful. So innocent ark, so cunningly simple. Innocent cunningly, ark simple. She accepted it as the kind cruelty of the surgeon's knife. Kind and cruel. Now, antithesis. It means opposite ideas or thoughts. Man proposes, God disposes. Proposition disposes. Many are called, but few are chosen. Called and chosen. Speech is silver, but silence is golden. Silver, golden. Not that I loved Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more. It means that here it is our choice. Next ones, simile. It means comparison. Richard fought like a lion. The waves broke on the shores with a noise like thunder. His soul was like a star. He feels as proud as a peacock. Now comes the metaphor. It means the implied simile. The camel is the sheep of the desert. So we can say the camel is as the sheep of the desert, but we are just saying that it is the sheep of the desert. So it becomes a metaphor. Life is a dream. Variety is the spice of life. Revenge is a kind of wild justice. Now the next one, pun. It means plural plus one, single word carrying two meaning. An ambassador is an honest man who lies abroad for the good of his country. An elephant's opinion carries a lot of weight. You were right, so I left. Tautology. It means two words carrying one meaning. The stars will shine lighter and brighter, lighter and brighter. I went to see him personally. The evening sunset was beautiful. He is always making predictions about the future. Next one's irony and litotes. Irony. It means positive sentence giving negative meaning. How nice, she said when I told her that I had to work all weekend. So, working all weekend is a negative sentence. It means a negative effect, but how nice. She reacted positively. So, it is a irony sentence. I must be taught my duty and by you. You are a pretty fellow. One truth is dear. Whatever is right is right. Now litotes. It means negative sentence gives positive meaning. I am a citizen of no mean country. The man is not a fool. I am not a little surprised. The kid had been rescued by no ordinary deliverer. Next one's epigram and paradox. Paradox. Your enemy's friend is your enemy. Truth is honey, which is bitter. All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. I am nobody. This is ridiculous truth. It means the truth which we cannot change. Epigram. Child is the father of a man. Art lies in concealing art. Now alliteration and repetition. Four fools fell in a fountain. F is repeated here. She sells she sells by the shore. S is repeated here. A big black bug bit a black dog. B is repeated here. Betty bought butter, butter was bitter, so Betty bought some more butter to make the bitter butter better. B is used here, repeated here. Now repetition, it means words are repeated. A miles to go before I sleep, a miles to go before I sleep. I felt happy because I saw others were happy. Two and two makes four. A horse is a horse, of course, of course. Now comes hyperbole and euphemism. Hyperbole. 1,000 years are as yesterday when it is past. Exaggeration statement. They were swifter than eagles and stronger than lions. I thought 10,000 swords must have leaped from the scabbards. Now euphemism. He passed away. After my departure, I shall always be remembered. So it is less painful. Personalification. First, opportunity was knocking at his door. So opportunity is knocking is an action which is given to opportunity, which is non-living thing. The tsunami raced towards the cyclone. The pencil danced across the paper. Danced. Pencil is a non-living thing, but we say danced. The moon smiled upon the river. Moon is non-living thing which smiled upon the river. Transferred epithet. It means when human feelings are given to non-living things. He passed the sleepless night. Sleepless. Night is non-living, but sleepless is given to night. The plowman homeward plods his weary away. A lackey presented an obsequious cup of tea. The cloister opened her pitying gate. Peanut dog. All hands to the pump. Hands is mentioned here. He has many mouths to feed. Mouths is mentioned here. Let's pray red hands. Hands is mentioned here. All the best brains in Europe can solve the problem. Brains is mentioned here. So these are the body parts. So it is a synecdoche sentence. Now metonymy. From the gable to graveyard. The kettle boils. The whole city went out to see the victorious general. He has undoubtedly the best stable in this country. So, we are substituting a word for another word. It is called metonymy. Now, climax. I came, I saw, I conquered. It means that I came is the first action, I saw is the second action, and I conquered is the third action. So it is in ascending order from small to big. If you think it's bad, it gets worse. So bad got worse. So it is ascending order to infinity and beyond. Infinity and beyond, another ascending order. Now, anticlimax. He has lost his family, his car, and his cell phone. It should be cell phone here. So it is in decreasing form. He watered the flower, the branch, and the leaves. So flower is the big one, the branches are the small, and the leaves are the least in size. So it is in decreasing order, descending order. Now, onomatopoeia. Zoom, zoom, the aeroplane flies. So it is a substitution used for sound. Vroom, vroom, the race car runs. Now, internal rhyme. The cattle fought the battle. The metal does not settle. So it makes a rhyme. Inversion. Never makes he friends. So it is a jumbled sentence. Interrogation. When will it rain? We cannot determine properly that when will it rain. So it is not wanted to be answered or it cannot be answered. Now, exclamation. What a beautiful flower it is. Apostrophe. Oh God, please help him.